Good morning, all. All right. Good to see you here today. And it's good to be here to celebrate or to place emphasis on Fire Prevention Week. Our fire science program at Albany Technical College is one of those that we are very pleased that we have an opportunity to operate because the services that the graduates provide for all of us, to all of us. We all rely on their services, and we hope and pray we never have to call on them. But if we do, we are pleased to know that they're Mr. Flanagan's students, and he operates a program that's not only a strong program, but is maintained its national accreditation and its relationship with the only four-year fire science accredited program in the state of Georgia. So if you ever need help, you know that one of the individuals that comes to your aid was likely educated by Mr. Flanagan and his predecessors, and they likely worked for one of the gentlemen back there in the rear of the room to my right, and they're people from our community who do a very difficult job. It never made sense to me to run to a burning building, but somehow it makes sense to them, and we're happy because of it. So we are glad to be here for Fire Prevention Week and to provide this proclamation and to give Mr. Flanagan an opportunity to tell us about it and introduce him to some of the fire chiefs and officers who employ our students.
I'm going to start off by saying I want to thank all my local fire departments here. We're partnering up with them this year for Fire Prevention Safety Week. This year is Learn the Sounds of Fire Safety. My representatives from my local departments are from the Lee County Fire and Emergency Services Department, the City of Sylvester Fire Department, and the Marine Base. I just want to, again, thank everybody for coming out for this kickoff. All right, I'm going to give you a little tidbits here. Most people know the rule of stop, drop, and roll when it comes to fire safety, but what about when it comes to sounds? What do the sounds mean? Is there a beep or a chirp coming from your smoke alarm? Knowing the difference can save your life and your family's life. All right. A continuous set of 3 loud beeps means smoke or fire. Get out, stay out, call 911. A single chirp for 30 seconds or more means the battery is low. It must be changed. Smoke alarms have played a leading role in reducing the fire deaths over the past 40 years, but we still have more work to do to maximize their effectiveness. Do your part, learn the sounds of fire safety. Thank you. And now I'm going to turn this over to my dean, Ken Singleton, and he is going to read this year's proclamation.
President's Office, 2021 Fire Prevention Week Proclamation. Whereas Albany Technical College is committed to doing our part to ensure the safety and security of all those working in and visiting our college. And whereas fire is a serious public safety concern, both locally and nationally, and homes are the locations where people are at greatest risk from fire. And whereas home fires killed more than 2,770 people in the United States in 2019, according to the National Fire Prevention Association. And fire departments in the United States responded to 339,500 home fires. And whereas smoke alarms sense smoke well before you can, alerting you to danger in the event of a fire in which you may have as little as 2 minutes to escape safely. And whereas working smoke alarms cut the risk of dying in reported home fires in half. And whereas residents should be sure everyone in the home understands the sounds of the alarms and knows how to respond. And whereas residents who have planned and practiced a home fire escape plan are more prepared and will therefore be more likely to survive a fire. And whereas residents will make sure their smoke and CO alarms meet the needs of all their family members, including those with sensory or physical disability. And whereas first responders are dedicated to reducing the occurrence of home fires and home fire injuries through prevention and protection education. And whereas residents are responsive to public education measures, are better able to take personal steps to increase their safety from fire, especially in their homes. And whereas as the 2021 Fire Prevention Week theme, Learn the Sounds of Fire Safety, effectively serves to remind us it is important to learn the different sounds of smoke and carbon monoxide alarms. Therefore, I, Anthony O. Parker, President of Albany Technical College, do hereby proclaim October 3rd through the 9th, 2021 as Fire Prevention Week throughout our campus. I urge all the people of Georgia to learn the sounds of fire safety for the Fire Prevention Week 2021 and to support the many public safety activities and efforts of Georgia's fire and emergency services.
As Frank shared with some of y'all, we started this program. The Albany Fire Department pushed this. And unfortunately, I was at the base at the time, and myself and Joe Pollock worked hard to start this program. I want to congratulate Dr. Parker and the staff and all of Albany Tech. This was a dump when we taught fire science back in my day. And it's such a wonderful, wonderful establishment now. You do send good folks out of here. Pretty much everybody that we've gotten from your fire science program has been an outstanding employee. And they're truly ready to start to work. As far as smoke detectors goes, that's pretty much always the push because most people don't think about it. When you go to sleep at night, if you have smoke and toxic gases, it's going to put you into a deeper sleep. You need the smoke detector to wake you up and get you out. Fortunately, excuse me, fortunately, the city of Sylvester has partnered with Red Cross. We put out, since I've been there, in excess of 500 smoke detectors in the community. The beauty is now is the lithium-ion smoke detectors are good for 10 years. Smoke detector's life's only about 10 years. So it works out really good. You don't have to change batteries. You don't have to do all of that stuff anymore. Technology is making it easier and easier for us to help people save lives and stuff. You stop and think about it, and Frank teaches this stuff. From incipient to free burning in a house fire is a little less than 10 minutes nowadays. You need to get them out quick. You can't waste the time. Also wanted to talk briefly about, in the course of my career, I had the good fortune of going to Chicago for a conference one time. Most of y'all probably don't know this. I know you know the story about Miss O'Leary's cow and the burning of Chicago and how Fire Prevention Week came about. The Chicago Fire Department's training ground is actually built on that site, which I thought was a very interesting tidbit that most people don't ever hear about. Their training ground, their burn building and all that is actually built on the site of Mrs. O'Leary's barn, which was pretty cool. It is important, though, that you keep these programs viable and doing well. Pretty much when we look for an employee, we turn to Frank. We aggravate the tar out of Frank about all this. And we've been very blessed with a lot of the people that we've gotten in the Sylvester Fire Department. They're great employees, they're great people, and they're well trained when we get them. And I appreciate it. Keep up the good work, Frank and Dr. Parker and all the staff here at Albany Technical College, because we're going to tap into this as much as we can. Thank you for your time. Appreciate Fire Prevention Week.